which means we can get the show started while people come in, guys. Hello, happy Tuesday again. Welcome to Entanglement Tuesdays. Every Tuesday here on the Plenty of Fish, Meet Me, Scout, Zeus app platform. Every week, every Tuesday, we have a brand new entanglement for you. What is an entanglement for any of my new people in the building? A complicated, compromising relationship or situationship, a love triangle. Sometimes it's not a triangle, sometimes it's a square, sometimes it's a what's a five? What's a five-sided what's the five-sided shape? What's the five-sided shape? I don't know. And it's not a hexagon. Pentagon, pentagon. Sometimes it's a hexagon. Sometimes it's an octagon. But in any case, it's just messy. There's the beautiful side of love, and then we have the messy side of love. And in entanglements, we listen to the messy side of love stories here. So a few house rules before we get started. This is a show stream, not a regular stream. So some things are slightly different. I may not say hello to you when you come in, but or say thank you for any gifts that you give. But I appreciate you being here. Hello. Charge it to the stream, not my heart. Gifts are of course appreciated. So I'm saying thank you in advance. If anything crazy does happen, I may pause and say thank you, even though we're supposed to keep a straight face. But you know what? If something big happens, we can take a moment. It's fine. It's fine. Other than that, happy face. Secondly, guys, these are people's real life stories. Okay, so they're coming here on their own, choosing to tell and share their situationships and their messy love stories. So have fun in the comments. We can kiki, but let's please do our best to please keep it respectful. I don't hear these stories before they come onto the show, so you and I are hearing these for the first time. And lastly, if you have a story or you want to come on the show, please make sure you follow my wonderful admin Jess. Please hit her with the fave or hit me with the fave, and make sure you come and you can message me on Instagram. But get in contact with Jess if you'd like to be on the show. We're always looking for stories, guys. If we don't have any stories, then we don't have any entanglements on Tuesdays. So please, and also, if you do put your hand up, yes, Jess is right there. She's in red. If you do put your hand up, my admin is going to reach out to you expeditiously. Please, please, please get back to her. Please do not make her have to chase you down. Then I gotta chase you down, and then we're just running around, and it makes all this whole process much more stressful than it needs to be. So please, if you have somebody that wants to be on the show, you want to be on the show, if you reach out to my admin and she reaches back out to you, please get back in contact with her. Okay, we do this at the start of every show. What's the first thing that we do to kick off entanglements? What's the first thing that we do? We always do a recap. We always do a recap. All right, so if you remember who was on last week's show and whose story we're going to recap, please spam the emoji of the person who was on last week. Spam the emoji of the person who was on last week. Spam the emoji of the person that was on last week. Do we know? Do we know the emoji? Ah, there it is. I see it. I see it. It was best friend, y'all. And what a story it was, y'all. What a story it was. It was story. It was. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Bam in the comments right now. Okay, so if y'all are ready for this recap, let me see some drink and snack emojis in the comments. Let me see some drink and snack emojis in the comments so I know that you're ready. I need to make sure everybody is fully equipped with their snacks, their drinks. You're gonna need an adult beverage. That doesn't seem like a lot. Okay, somebody's already said they got some pizza. We got some fries. Okay. I like to see a little moving a little quicker. I need to see that y'all are really ready. Okay. All right. So for those of you who come faithfully, who can remember the names? Who can remember names of the characters in this story? We of course have best friend. Who else? Who else was in this? Who else was in the story? Okay, it was not Pablo. We need somebody to get one person. Indigo, the pimp, Mississippi pimp. Yep. Indigo, did you used to sit in the front of the class? You definitely used to sit in the front of the class and raise your hand. All right. Mississippi pimp. Can we remember one more person? That was in the story? And we're going to get started. Can we get one more person? No, we can't. We don't remember. All right. Mississippi Pimp. Somber, you were not in the story, Somber. Knock it off. All right, so we got Best Friend, we got Mississippi Pimp, we got Nappy Weave, Nappy Weave. We've got a Trini girl, TG. We just called her TG. And we got the ex-wifey. Oh, yes. You know what? You were right. Who said that? E for everyone. Yes. Yes. Prince J. E for everyone. E for everyone. You were right, Jay. I apologize. I did not acknowledge that. All right. So let's get started. Okay. So this started back in 2015. So around in December of 2015, it starts this way. Best friend gets a phone call from her sister. Her sister calls to say that she's got a man and then proceeds to tell best friend that she's beautiful and educated, but she's going to be single forever. She's just going to be single. Sister just called to let her know. Well, 2 weeks later, best friend goes to Vegas to see her sister. Best friend's just kind of hanging out with her. And sister says, have you heard of an app called POF? Have you heard of Plenty of Fish? Now, of course, best friend knew what that was, but she played it off and she was like, no. So her sister decides to make her a profile and get her set up on Plenty of Fish. Gets the profile set up. The DMs were popping, she said. DMs, messages were coming in, but the main roadblock was distance. She'd get to having a conversation and then she'd say where she was and they'd be like, oh, it's too far. So it became a little frustrating. Well, in comes Mississippi Pimp, slides in the DMs. She said Mississippi, does anybody remember who she said Mississippi Pimp looked like? What celebrity did she say the Mississippi Pimp looked like? Does anybody remember? Not The Rock. The light, gold star by the light's name, Morris Chestnut. She said he looked like Morris Chestnut and he was a Southern gentleman. But she was a little, a little frustrated, a little jaded about what's been happening because she figured, the distance, right? So she kind of keeps curving him, right? He had hit her up, dropped the phone number and everything. And, she left it alone for a while. But guys, about a week later, right? A week later, daughter's asleep. Best friend is just, late at night, after midnight, just in her feelings, like feeling in the mood. She got y'all remember the song she said she had in the background? She had that Jaheim playing in the background. She had that Put That Woman First playing in the background. And she said, you know what? I'm going to call him. I'm going to go ahead and call him. So she calls him. She said he picks up the phone, tries to say hello in his like sexy voice, his little sexy hello voice. And she was like, oh, okay. She said it might have been like a little on the squeaky side, but she gave it a chance. And they proceeded to have a 3-hour conversation, y'all. They just talked, she said, almost all night. He talked about how he treats women like a goddess, how he was raised and he has sisters. He was a fitness trainer and a manager and all of these goals and things that he had that he wanted to do. And he was just saying the right stuff, right, ladies? Saying the stuff like, okay, he's got goals and bitches talking about treating me right. And best friend had been single for a while. And so she then tells him the one thing that had been the roadblock, right? She lets him know. She says, well, I live an hour away. Y'all, this man said, no problem. I can come see you this Friday. Best friend about fell out. Okay, he's saying what I like. The distance isn't a problem. She said, okay, he's going to come on Friday. She said, all right, we come on Friday. You need to come on my daughter's at school. So she said, why don't you come see me around noon, around lunchtime? Well, he pulls up on Friday, y'all. He shows up, and she's just said he stepped out the car. He looked good, smelled good. Do y'all remember what she said he was? Do y'all remember what cologne she said he wore? I believe she said it was Curve. It was the original men's Curve cologne. If y'all ladies can remember that far back and remember Jay, the blue bottle. She just said he was wearing that. He looked great. Everything was great. It was great. So they get together, they start spending the afternoon together, running around, doing errands and doing things. And y'all ever have that time where you find somebody that you vibe with and you just, like, time disappears, right? Like, she just said time flew by and all of a sudden it's 4:45 and she has to go pick up her daughter. And she's like, okay, I can't, like, I'm going to do this. Got to take him back to the car, but I don't want to leave my daughter standing. So she just decides they're going together to go pick up her daughter. She said she usually doesn't, really introduce her daughter, this early on, but they were in a bind. She felt comfortable with him. All right, let's go. So they go, pick up her daughter. Daughter gets in and, she says she's hungry. Best friend's very clear that her little one is just like mama and she just has very particular tastes. So Mississippi Pimp said, no problem. I'll go get you guys get you some food. What do you want to eat? Kids usually say things like, I want a cheeseburger, maybe some McDonald's, some pizza. No, Lil best friend wanted Thai food. Mississippi Pimp didn't flinch, took the baby to go get some Thai food. They all went together. During that whole time together, little best friend told mama's business, just put it all out there, but everything went well. So after this meeting, they saw each other sporadically a few times, but everything was going well, no red flags. Well, a week, couple weeks passes, and on this particular occasion, best friend got a babysitter. I know those of you in here, if you have kids, the day that you get a babysitter overnight babysitter where you can go out and go, it was like gold, right? It was freedom. She said, listen, I've got a babysitter. She said, I've got a babysitter. I'm gonna come see you. He said, great. So she gets herself settled. At this particular time of year, the weather was, on the colder side. So he was about an hour and a half away. So she heads out there, she got herself together, everything primmed, propped, shaved. She got some cute stuff. She's ready to go see her, her little boo thing. So she drives out to his place. Now, he is out at this time, and she knows this. He's at a bar, he says, or near his place, because she's on his social media. She sees him on his Snapchat making posts about what he's doing. So when she's about 30 minutes away, she sends him a message and says, I'm 30 minutes out. He says, okay, bet, I'll be there. I'll meet you there. Well, she pulls up to his place. No Mississippi Pimp. Messages him, says, I'm here. He says, okay, I'm on my way. Checks his Snapchat. She sits and waits. Y'all, she fell asleep waiting for this man. Best friend said she sat there for 2 hours, y'all. 2 hours. And she said 2 hours and about 10 I'm on my ways later. She finally left and went back home. So of course, naturally, we said, why would you wait that long? How some of you said we would never wait that long. She said because of the distance and the weather, she was a little bit more lenient on the time because the weather was really bad and making that long drive. Well, he didn't come. She ended up leaving 2 hours later. She drove back home. Of course, highly upset and pissed. Well, the next day they get in touch with each other and he just acts like nothing happened. He just is like, hey, what's up? So he says, listen, I'll make up for it. Why don't you come over, bring your daughter. I'm going to cook for you. And, I'll make it comfortable. Let me make up for this. She says, fine. Best friend gets little best friend. They head over there. They go over there. He has like the room set up for her daughter so that she can watch TV in. And they look for food. And does anybody remember what he cooked? What did Mississippi cook? What did he cook? He ordered pizza, y'all. He ordered pizza, okay? I need you to remember this, okay? He ordered pizza. You know what? But it's fine. Little best friend likes pizza. We're good. So they ate pizza. Little best friend went to the room, was watching TV. Mississippi Pimp and best friend went to go sit on the couch and they started watching TV. They did end up having sex. Best friend said, she had been celibate for quite some time at this point. I think it's I don't know, she said like 6 months. 9 months she'd been celibate, and she said she felt a little bad about it because she just didn't really want to, but they ended up having sex. She said it was good. So they leave the next day, and when she's leaving, all of a sudden when she's leaving, it turns into he's saying he loves her, we're together now, I don't want you to see anybody else. And best friend's kind of like written this off, and in her mind already she said at this point he was her man. So she just like, okay, well, couple of weeks pass, and we're getting up to best friend's birthday in February. All right, best friend's excited. Her birthday's coming up, and then a week or so later, it's Valentine's Day, right? So birthday's coming up. Mississippi Pimp says, "Hey, my dad's sick. Let's celebrate your birthday this weekend. I'm gonna do it up. Come over. I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna do all this stuff. I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna make you steak. I'm gonna do all these things. Just come over. We'll have a good time." All right. Best friend gets her birthday off. She gets herself all together looking like a whole snap. She heads over there. He's not home yet, but it's fine. She can get in. She said, go ahead. So she gets in. She gets in, she puts her stuff down. She says, oh, he's about to cook. He said he's about to do it up in the kitchen. She goes to the fridge. Fridge is empty. She's all right, there's nothing in here. Like, there's nothing sitting in the, nothing's going on here. All right, that's fine. Well, she calls him, she checks on Mississippi Pimp. She says, hey, I got here, when are you getting off? Are you getting back soon? I don't see anything in the fridge. And he says, oh, yes. He's like, I will be right there. He's like, I'm training Nappy Weave. Nappy Weave is in training for a position with the police department. So this is what I'm doing. I'm training Nappy Weave. I'll be there as soon as we're done. Well, he comes home. No groceries in his hand, no nothing. He comes in and he says, get dressed. We're going to go out. So now best friend is a little bit, okay, you had this whole idea in mind. You said you were going to cook. You said you were going to do these things. Now you're saying we're going to go out. Best friend's a little upset, but she says, you know what? That's fine. I'm going to go get cute. I get dressed. So she gets herself dressed, ready to go. Takes her out. Where did he end up taking her, y'all? Where did he end up taking her? Took her to the Cheesecake Factory. Took her to the Cheesecake Factory. Now, I like a good Cheesecake Factory, but he took her to the Cheesecake Factory. So he didn't cook. He's taking her to the Cheesecake Factory for her birthday. So at this point, best friend's petty kicks in and says, that's fine. You want to take me to Cheesecake Factory? Best friend says she ordered every drink. She got water, coffee, tea, soda, juice, an alcoholic beverage, and a bottle of wine. She ordered several pieces of cheesecake. She got herself a steak and a bunch of other things, but she made sure to let it be known that if we're going to be out to eat, she is getting everything. After Cheesecake Factory, he took her to a club. It just so happened to be a Jamie Foxx listening party. Jamie Foxx was there. So she said that was dope. They were drinking. They were having a good time. So he was slowly making up for it, y'all. Well, they get home. They get back to his place. She's feeling good, feeling right. They get in, and Mississippi Pimp is hype. He is like, I can't wait for you to see your birthday present. So best friend at this point is like, I didn't get my steak. Plans was all changed, but I know he's going to, he said he was going to do it up for my birthday. So we about to have this, I'm about to get this dope birthday present. Y'all, Mississippi Pimp proceeds to go to the refrigerator and open the fridge. Best friend's like, my present's in the fridge? Goes to the refrigerator and pulls out the big bottle of Hennessy, y'all, and says, happy birthday. Y'all, best friend don't even drink Hennessy. At this point, she proceeds to curse him out, y'all. She said at this point, she was cursing him out, calling him all types of this, that, and the other. Like, you just ruined my birthday. All types of expletives. And he pretty much just, used sex, y'all. At that point, he said, but I got this for you. And she got demonetized. He pulled it out. And you know what? Birthday sex it is. So she ended up having birthday sex, kind of, forgot about all of that stuff and proceeded to have a great rest of her night. So y'all, she wakes up the next morning. We're almost done. She wakes up the next morning and she's getting ready to go, and she's sitting in the living room, right? She's sitting in the living room, and best friend all of a sudden looks over and she notices something that she had not noticed the entire time that she was going over to see Mississippi Pimp, y'all. Who remembers what she notices? What piece of furniture does she notice? She notices a pink chair, y'all. A pink chair. She has been coming over multiple times, and she said not once until this very moment did she notice there was a pink chair. What man, she said, got a pink chair? So she proceeds to ask him and says, who? Pink chair? You got a pink chair? And he says that he, when he first moved, he didn't have a lot of stuff, so he went to the church, y'all. He got it from like the church rec center, the church place. Church has furniture things, and he just needed a chair, and that's how the pink chair ended up there. Big best friend left it alone. As she was up that morning, he said he was heading out right after, after they had this evening, because he had to go train Nappy Weave. Best friend, said, you know what? I'm not feeling this. So as soon as he left, she made sure he was gone. Best friend turned into investigator. She started going through the apartment, y'all. Going through the apartment. She was finding a comb with hair in it. He ain't got no hair. She started noticing that some of the stuff that she left behind was like underneath the cabinet, like hidden in the back. She found a shirt in a drawer that was like 9 times bigger than her, and definitely too big for him. And all of a sudden, she's just like, okay. All of these things are coming together. But she says, you know what? She played it off, and then she just went home. home. She went home. He took his trip to go see his dad, apparently. And at that point, best friend said she pulled back on communication. Pulled back on communication and said, you know what? I just have to, this is starting to just not feel good. So he comes back around Valentine's Day. Best friend probably was missing him a little bit, was like, okay, it's been a while, I haven't seen him, but I'm going to see what's up. It's Valentine's Day. So she contacts him, and he proceeds to tell her, it's Nappy Weave's birthday. Do you want to come with me to the party? Now, ladies, best friend said it, but if this person you're dating invites you to his friend's party like this, does he really want you to go? Would you go? Would you go? Well, best friend was like, no, I don't want to go. Investigation number 2 commences, y'all. Best friend went to Instagram. That seems to be the common place. Went to Instagram, kind of knew a name, looking through things, and she started looking up things. Bam, found her. Page is private. Sends a friend request. At this point, best friend is now at her limit. Patience is very short. Unsend request, send again. Unsend request, send again. 30 minutes pass, an hour pass. She can't wait anymore. She's not getting a response. She jumps in the DMs, sends a very, nice DM saying, hey, I just wanted to know, this person is going out? Well, she got a response. And the response started off with, first of all, Nappy Weave's response said, first of all, and then proceeded to list off that her and Mississippi Pimp have been together for the last 7 months. They're in love, and best friend got her all the way up. Well, of course, Mississippi Pimp finds out. He calls best friend, tells best friend that was childish of you. Why would you do that? Cut off. 3 days later, Mississippi Pimp pops back up and tells, best friend, I'm done. I want to be with you. Best friend says, okay, if it's really done, call her on 3-way and tell her I want to hear her. They get on a 3-way call. He tells Nappy, I'm done with you. I'm going to be with best friend. Okay, that's done. Check to best friend. Of course, best friend has to bring up the pink chair again. Since we're being honest now and we're confessing, what about the pink chair? Mississippi Pimp sticks strong to the church story. Hold on to the church story. Well, best friend seems satisfied with what has happened. Months pass, and he all of a sudden says, hey, I'm going to move closer to you. I'm going to get a place near you because it's distance thing. Best friend says, oh, great. That sounds great. He shows her, this is a place I'm going to be here. Well, everything's going well. Okay. He's been correcting himself. Everything seems fine. Well, at the end of the year, Mississippi Pimp says, hey, I got to go, see my mom at the end of the year. So I got to go away. And, best friend says, all right, she's been over there. He's been over there. Well, best friend said she wasn't very familiar with, Apple products at the time. And, he had a new phone, he had everything. So everything seemed to be going fine. Well, one day she's getting in to go take a shower and she gets his iPad because she wants to go play some music. Goes into the bathroom, unlocks the iPad, and all of a sudden sees missed call. Best friend wasn't aware that you can get calls on your iPad and things like that. Well, she proceeds to investigate, y'all, and she finds it all. She's got missed calls. She looks at the messages from different numbers saying, I love you, I'm sending you money, all of these things. And she realizes that he's been saving these women's name under different names. He was still talking to Nappy Weave. Nappy Weave's name was saved under job. He was still communicating with his ex-wife. So best friend proceeded to go down the list of numbers and names, and she ended up calling the ex-wife, and it all comes out. The ex-wife just laid out all the tea. So we can start with the ex-wife saying that when she and Mississippi Pimp got married, 2 days later, she found him on a dating app talking to other people. So they had split up. The ex-wife said she kicked him out, but she said, best friend's venting and saying, hey, but he said he's moving here with me and he did all of this stuff. Ex-wife proceeds to say, that's not his place, that's my place. So Mississippi Pimp was living in his ex-wife's apartment the whole time. She's a traveling nurse. She said she didn't want to let him, put him out on his butt and be out. So she'd been gone, so she let him stay there. But she started getting calls about all these women coming in and out of there. So guess whose pink chair that was? The ex-wife's chair. She told him that he got a new apartment. Ex-wife said, that's not his new apartment. He's staying with Trini girl, TG, the other chick. That's her apartment that he's sharing a place with, that he moved in with. All of this stuff starts to come out. Best friend confronts TG, the new girl. How could you not tell that he was seeing somebody else? Because he's with me all the time. All of this starts with, it turns out that he's not a fitness trainer. He's not a manager at Costco. He actually works in the automotive section of it. He has nothing. He has nothing the whole time. Well, it ends up with TG. He ends up telling her, listen, once best friend found out all this information, he says, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff. It's you I want to be with. He got all his stuff out from TG, took his stuff and moved in with best friend. They took a trip to Vegas to get away, and they were on it. I'm trying to condense this down, y'all. And they were on and off for 2.5 years. But best friend did say over that period of time, there were a lot of red flags and he did these things. But best friend said she made her personal decision to make sure that she had her stuff together before she split the relationship. So, you know, she saved up all her money, got herself a new place. He did what he needed to do to help her, and they split ways. But I think they're still in contact to this day, y'all. They're still in contact to this day. I think I got everything. It was a lot, y'all. Y'all had to be there. I think there's also part 2, so best friend might be coming back. Okay. Well, he did send his daughter. The last thing he did was he sent money and a gift card to her for her daughter. Because he had forged a relationship with her daughter, he did so check up on her. It was her birthday, so he sent money for her to take her daughter out for her birthday dinner. So, anything else, best friend? Y'all make sure y'all hit best friend with a fave. She said no. No. She said no, I'm running. All right. All right, y'all. Are y'all ready for tonight's? I need tonight's guest to please hit the box. I haven't even looked in the comments, and I don't think tonight's guest has made a comment. I hope tonight's guest is here and didn't get any type of cold feet. And that we have here. Okay. Okay, y'all. I typically announce who the guest is ahead of time, but tonight we did not. So if you are ready for tonight's entanglement guest, Lord Dexter, I need y'all to put your drink and snack emojis in the comments, please. Drink and snack emojis in the comments, please. Let me make sure I got my marker ready. All right. Who tries to verse me on Tuesday at 8 o'clock? Come on. All right. I need to see them more. I need to see more of them. All right, here we go. Okay. Why, hello. Forrest, how are you today?
Oh, nice. Okay. This is what we're doing.
Uh-oh. You're here. You put your hand up and you chose to come on today's show. All right, hold on. Let me write your name down. How you feeling?
This seems very nerve-wracking, nervous. This is very
So here's what we're gonna do. So what I need you to do is, okay, one, no cursing. This is a future show. I need you to click the comments. I need you to click the comments so you don't see the comments, because we're not gonna get through the story if you read the comments that happen. And I'm gonna click them off too. So literally just me and you here. Click the comments off. Make sure you click the comments off. Okay. Are you good?
We're good. It's just me and
Okay.
you. We're good.
It's me and you. It's just me and you in here. So no cursing. We take it low and slow. I'm gonna ask questions as we go up through the story, and we'll get through it. Okay. All right. So obviously we asked everybody to change names of people, so we don't use real names. We just, but we have you in the story, and I need names of the people, the number of people that are going to be in the story that we're talking about. So who's in the story?
We're gonna go with movie names. We're gonna go with movie names, okay? Is that okay?
That's fine.
So we got there's Obsessed.
Okay.
Obsessed.
Okay.
Fatal Attraction.
These are people, right? These are
and Love and Basketball. Yeah, these are people.
Okay, so Fatal Attraction and who?
Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball. Okay. Okay. All right. So there's just 3. So there's you, Obsessed, Fatal Attraction, Love and Basketball. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So give me a time frame. When does this story start?
Okay, the story starts in like January, December, when I met
Of
Obsessed.
2020 to 2021. Okay. 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 And you met where?
Yeah, so it starts in. We met on that. I
Okay.
was gifting her. She Obsessed is the reason that I started streaming.
Okay.
Okay.
Why
So
was she
yeah,
why was she the reason?
she said that she would think I would be a good streamer.
Okay. Okay.
So she told me I could just try it, and she would like that.
Okay. All right. So
And
suggested.
started streaming. She's helping me. Bam. Start meeting other people. I meet Fatal Attraction.
Okay. So this is December, January. When did you meet Fatal Attraction? Fatal Attraction you meet on the app?
Fatal Attraction, yes, I met on that too.
Okay. So how far in? So December, January you meet Obsessed and then
I met Fatal Attraction like in February, March.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, me and Fatal Attraction become cool. It's funny in our stream. Everybody knows that I like her, attracted to her, like that. Start like bursting into streams. I tried to meet Fatal Attraction in person.
Okay.
And
How
for
how
my
long
birthday, and then she just
how long after meeting on the app did you
just
try
like
to
in
meet?
March. My birthday's in March, so I tried to meet her like probably a month or two of talking to her.
Okay. And tried to meet meaning you were trying to go to see her or coming, or you guys were both trying to arrange some kind of meetup?
We live kind of close, so it was like it didn't even matter. Like
Okay. Tried to meet
she was
up
supposed to come to
for her
Vegas when I lived out there.
birthday. Okay.
So yeah, supposed to
Okay.
meet up with her. It didn't happen.
Okay.
Eventually, it did happen the next month. It did happen, and we chilled for a minute, decided we liked each other, and it was a thing. Like we was like, you feel me? We're together at this point. Blah blah, stuff like
Okay.
that.
So wait,
Then
hold on. You guys finally met up, you said the following month, so in April.
yes,
Okay, and you guys just met up like for dinner, like you just went, you said you don't live far, you guys met someplace else, or what happened?
we stayed with each other for a whole week straight
Okay, finally met up in April. And like at her place or your place?
at my house.
Okay, in April. Okay. And everything was great, I'm assuming, right? You said afterwards?
Yeah, everything was great, but then dating the streamer problems.
Okay. So after your week together, you guys decided mutually that you were together, you and Fatal
Yeah.
Attraction. Okay. Okay. So she left there, you guys left there, we're together.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then what happened? So she goes back home, you stay there, and then problems start coming.
Dating the streamer problems.
Okay, what are streamer problems?
Dating the streamer, touching my screen, have my shirt off, stuff. I talk to too many people off the app, blah blah blah. Hate certain people's on my board. They specifically hate certain people in my stream.
Okay,
Stuff
and
like that.
This was never a problem before. Like before
No.
you had these issues never came up.
No.
Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, sorry. All right. So all these streamer problems start to come up. You say after you spent the week together and you head off, and now
Yes,
it's on your stream. Don't like
but
your
I'm like,
people
you
more.
met me like this. I don't understand what the problem is. You met me, I was like this. Like,
Okay.
I don't even know what the problem is.
Okay. And how did that conversation go, or was that just making things worse? Did anything change?
it's always a problem. It's always a problem. No matter who I talk to, Loki. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. All right. So how long was this back and forth happening?
It happened a lot throughout the next couple of months. Still
You
happens to this
stayed
day.
together.
Still happens to this day.
Well, you still stayed together. You still stayed together.
It was, yeah, rocky ish. So obsessed is like,
Can you
oh
turn your
well,
music off in the background?
obsessed is like, well, you met whoop de whoop already, but you ain't met me, and I helped you do this, and this, and feeling obligated. So I met obsessed.
Okay, so hold on. So welcome to Entanglements with me. It's Jilly Baby. I apologize if you're just showing up right now. We are in the middle of Fort's entanglement at the moment. His entanglement started in December of January, leading into December 2021. He met Obsessed on the app, and Obsessed encouraged him to start streaming, said he'd be a great streamer. So he started streaming. And about a month and a half in, he met Fatal Attraction on the app. They had a cool vibe. They didn't live very far from each other. Within a month of meeting, they tried to meet up for her birthday, but that didn't quite work out. So they finally met up the following month in April. And they spent the entire week together. She came over. They spent an entire week together. Everything went great. When the week was done, they decided that they were together. They were officially together. Once they decided they were together, went back there to their separate homes. Fourth said streamer problems started to happen. Fatal Attraction was almost trying to run his stream a bit. Didn't like people on the board. Always kind of had something to say about what was happening, and it started to become an issue. But they were staying together. But they were constantly arguing. But they were still working through it. So we're talking. So this is April. So we're talking now. What is this? A month in? 2 months in?
So April, May, two. So 2 months from April. Let me see. I got my timeline right here. Let me see.
Okay, so May, June.
April,
So
May.
it wasn't until about May, June, then Obsessed finally said,
Oh,
hey.
okay, so look, around May.
Okay.
When I was a streamer, because I started streaming in February. So around May, I let the diamonds get to me.
Oh, what is the I let the diamonds get to me mean? Explain.
It means that I thought I could be bought for diamonds. I thought my love could be bought for diamonds. Okay.
So can you give us an example?
If you give me, I will love you.
Okay. So your loyalty and your love and all this was literally tied to some diamonds.
I was, yes, I was. It was a period of time. It was a dark time.
Okay. So were you doing something strange for some change? Is that the
Yeah,
vibe?
I did a lot of things for diamonds. I used to eat applesauce on stream, stuff like take shirt off, paint my name, people names and stuff, like just stuff, whatever.
Okay. Whatever. Okay, got it. Okay, so you were really pushing the limits of the stream just for diamonds.
I was telling people whatever. I was doing stuff for diamonds.
Okay, and I'm assuming that this was what Fatal Attraction had issues with. You were doing constantly. Okay, all right. So you taking some ownership here. You're getting out of pocket. You're going a little too far. It's something you don't do if you're in a relationship, not respectful of the relationship that you were acknowledged you have. Okay, so this is happening through May. So come June, so we're talking 6 months later, Obsessed now puts her hand up to say she has an issue with the fact that you guys haven't seen each other.
Yes, and
this is randomly. Now how is Obsessed feeling throughout all of this? So how does Obsessed feel about you being with Fatal Attraction?
I mean, she knew, but she was obsessed, so I guess she just didn't care.
Okay, all right. So
I don't know. It was rocky, like, so whenever we talk, it'd be like, yeah, I don't know, like, cause shit's happening and I don't even know really, blah blah blah. Shit was rocky because I'm a streamer and that shit just creates problems for some reason.
Watch the cussing, no cussing.
It just creates for some reason.
Right. Okay, so in June, Obsessed finally says, why haven't we met up? Right?
Yes.
Okay, and what's your response to that?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Okay. And what happens with that? How does Obsessed take that?
I kept saying I don't know for a while because I was like kind of sketchy about really meeting up in person. But then I just eventually I'm like, all right, I'll meet you. Like, I just gave in.
Okay. Did you tell Fatal Attraction that Obsessed was asking about meeting up? No.
No, I did not. I didn't know I was supposed to do that. Because we wasn't together at that time.
Wait, when did y'all break up? You just said y'all were together. You ain't tell me y'all broke
It
up.
was I said it was rocky. Like it was like streamer problems getting between us. So it was like, don't be with me if you're gonna just like I'm a streamer. Like I stream. Like this is what I'm gonna do. Like
But
I'm
y'all
not.
officially broke up, or y'all just was off and on? No, listen. Don't see. That's how problems start. In the comments, I'm turning the comments back on. Listen. Don't we need clarity if you were breaking up?
Okay, so look. I'm gonna say yes. I'm just gonna say yes.
Okay. So
because I don't got time. Like I don't got time.
So you didn't clarify. You admit you didn't clarify, but in your mind, Rocky not working. It's
if I know me, I literally probably said, don't talk to me no more, don't text me no more, something like that.
Okay, all right. So we'll leave it at that then. The argument continued at some point before Obsessed reached out about wanting to meet up. To your knowledge, you said we're done. Don't reach out to me. This is too much. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So Obsessed says we want to meet. You curve her, and then you finally say yes.
Finally say yes. Meets.
And where's Obsessed? You go to see Obsessed? Come to see
I don't even. She comes to my house. They all come to my house.
They all come to. Okay, all right. So Obsessed comes to see you. Obsessed lives close by as well, or does Obsessed need to?
Obsessed flies. She has to fly to get out here.
All right. Okay, so flies to see you. And how does that go?
Flies, gets here. I pick her up then we go back to my house.
Mm-hmm.
And we chill for a week.
A whole week. This is a week-long vacation. Okay, all right. And then how was the week?
The week was cool. We went out and did stuff like we chilled.
Okay, it was great. You had a good time. No,
it was whatever. It was.
Okay, well, and when Obsessed left.
When Obsessed left, she left. She wanted me to come see her.
Okay, but you had a good enough time that you want to see each other again, or no? What did you say? There's two questions. I want to know how you felt, but what did you say?
I said it was cool. Like it was cool meeting you. You feel me? It was cool. Like it was cool, but like at the end of the day, no.
You said no. Okay. Now, when she came to stay with you, both of these times, Fatal Attraction. I'm assuming when Fatal Attraction came to see you,
Fatal Attraction came to stay twice.
Twice. And you and Fatal Attraction had sex? Like it wasn't just like holding.
Yes, me and Fatal Attraction had sex, and Fatal Attraction got pregnant.
Oh goodness gracious. Okay. We have to get the rest of this story. We might have to circle back to this. Okay. Obsessed comes to see you. You and Obsessed spend a week together. You and Obsessed have sex?
No.
You don't have sex. Okay. So you just spent a whole week together chilling. Okay. All right. All right. So when you leave, Obsessed wants you to come see her. You say no.
I say no. I'm not going to come out there.
Okay. And I'm assuming Obsessed didn't take that very well.
Obsessed doesn't like that. No, she doesn't like that.
Okay. All right. So she leaves, and now what happens? So you had your time together.
So she leaves. Me and Fatal Attraction still talk because she's still pregnant, or he was going through a miscarriage at that time. You know, Obsessed was laughing about that. You know, oh yeah, I'm glad he lost your baby and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. Because I don't like the girl, but you know. I'm like, look, well, I'm going to be there for her, whether she does or whatever. I'm going to be there. Knew that.
Hold on. Before Obsessed wanted to come see you knew that Fatal Attraction was pregnant? Or you had known this whole time? Or she?
Yes, I did know.
Okay. And she was pregnant when she came to see you, or she had already lost the baby?
I have to look real quick for these receipts, for these exact dates.
It's fine. Either way, she was either pregnant but by the time she left, she had
whatever. Obsessed knew because she was crying about it. Blah blah blah. Yeah, she knew.
Okay. All right. So Fatal Attraction was dealing with a miscarriage when Obsessed left. You were still talking, and you made it clear to Obsessed that you were still going to be involved with Fatal Attraction.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now what?
Now, Obsessed has a miscarriage. I still talk to.
Wait, that has a miscarriage?
Fatal Attraction has a miscarriage.
Okay. Okay.
I still talk to Obsessed because I still wanted diamonds, and I was there for Fatal Attraction because that was my girlfriend, and you feel me? She was my BM, you feel me? Blah blah blah. And so I'm talking to both now. I'm like, no, I don't really even know what's going on. I don't know if I really want to be in a relationship right now. Stuff like that. I start talking like that because I'm talking to a lot of people.
Does Fatal Attraction know that you Obsessed came to see you? That you
Yes.
Okay, so Fatal Attraction knows everything.
Yes, especially now.
Okay, Fatal Attraction knows everything. It seems like Obsessed knows everything other than the fact that you were still considering that Fatal Attraction was together, like you and her were together. Okay, but you kept Obsessed on board because for diamonds.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So you're now talking to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
so start talking to both of them. Still mad away about they don't like the way I stream. They don't like each other. Blah blah blah. I meet someone else that I start talking to that I really like.
And are you still is Fatal Attraction still your girlfriend? Are you calling her your girlfriend? Or you just we're just throwing these terms out there. Clearly
right
these
now,
terms.
no. Right now, no.
Okay. At the time.
Oh, at that time, no.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay, so in the midst of this, you have Fatal Attraction, you have Obsessed. Still, both of them have issues with your streaming. So before
both of them have issues with my streaming with each other. Okay. They know about each other because one is like here in my stream, and I stream every day, so they could see them clearly up there in my leaderboards that they're here, and the other one just knows because in real life,
okay,
just happens.
Okay, so in comes Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball.
Okay, where does it Love and Basketball? So by this point, we're in what? We're in summer now, right? We're in July.
We're in July, August, yeah.
Okay, so where does Love and Basketball come in? Turn the comments off. Make sure the comments are cut off, please.
Love and Basketball come from the streams too.
Okay, all right. And Love and Basketball knows Fatal Attraction of Obsessed, or is this somebody completely?
Oh, they don't know about none of that. Maybe they do know about Obsessed because, like I said, they're just up there on my leaderboards. And if you come to my stream, you know, she used to always be in there.
Okay. All right.
And but I'm single at this point. Start talking. Fatal Attraction come back around. I start talking to her again. Obsessed is still there. Like I'm talking to all of them at once, but I'm still single at this point.
Okay, but how do you meet Love and Basketball? She just comes into your stream.
She comes into my stream. I start talking to her. I hit her up on IG, or she hit me up, or something like that, and then we started talking.
Okay, all right. And do you see Love and does Love and Basketball come to see you?
Love and Basketball only lives 20 minutes away from me, but no, we haven't seen each other yet at this point.
Okay, all right. So Love and Basketball interested. Do you tell Love and Basketball about your other situations that you are juggling?
No.
Okay. All right. All right. So in comes Love and Basketball. You get to know her. You're speaking to her, and you're still trying to maintain Obsessed and Fatal Attraction.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So at this point, I'm more so talking to Love and Basketball the most.
Okay. Okay. So what starts to happen now?
So I meet her right before I was supposed to go to this party in Texas.
Okay. You meet Love and Basketball.
No, we started messaging right before I was supposed to go to a party in Texas.
Okay, got it. Okay. You were messaging. Oh, you meet her. I mean, online, because you said you haven't met her yet. Okay, so you start meeting right before the Texas party. Okay. 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 And
And she was like, she knows she knows who's the party I'm going to. She knows the person party who's I'm going to.
mhm.
And she's like, I know whose party you're going to. If you want to like be single and do whatever you're gonna do at the party, and then after that we could work on getting together after that,
Uh-huh.
or
Uh-huh.
you could say that we're together and not do nothing at the party or whatever, but so I was like, where's Julie going? So I was like, I'm not gonna do nothing at the party.
Okay. So she said, because you guys were talking, she said you go to this party, get it all out of your system,
Yeah,
and
get up to system, blah
that
blah.
thing can be
That's what
together.
he said. I don't remember if we agreed upon that or not, but I said I wasn't gonna do nothing at the party.
Okay. But she gave you the choice. Go do it or we're together and you
Yeah,
don't. Okay. All
yes.
right.
Now, Obsessed was also going to this party,
Okay.
which I told her I don't think it would be a good idea if you go. But you want to say he's your friend and blah 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 blah, and yeah, whatever.
Okay.
So I tell Obsessed I don't think you should go because I'm going and I'm gonna be doing what I do.
Okay.
And because I knew Obsessed was really obsessed with my life. So I'm like, you're not going to see this, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do this, this, and this.
Okay. All right.
And
And up until this point, like when you're talking to Obsessed has, I mean, there's nothing going, you're not telling Obsessed anything. I know you said you were kind
I was looking back today. I was looking back at the messages today. I'm like, damn, I was saying some shit. That's crazy. But I didn't really like, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I was saying some
you
shit.
were saying things that would give Obsessed
Yeah.
an
Yeah,
impression.
yes, I was. But then I see all the, I need you to send me diamonds. I need this. Like, because that's what I really need.
Okay. So you were
Yeah, I was doing what I do, whatever.
okay. So at this point, Obsessed is not, it's not a play thing for Obsessed. So Obsessed in her mind is coming to see you and you guys have this relationship. She doesn't know about love and basketball.
No, I mean she noticed her because she started coming around my stream.
Notice her, but she doesn't know that you guys have communication at that level. She just knows Fincher. All right. So you tell Obsessed I don't think you should go. So I'm gonna be doing what I do.
Okay, yes, please don't go. Anyway, ends up going.
Okay. All right.
So we're at the party.
Okay. And
We at the party. We see some girls while we was out to come back to the Airbnb with.
okay.
I get in the Uber with my whose party it was,
Okay.
friend,
Okay.
and things happen on the Uber ride home.
Okay.
Stay in the Uber.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened. So, damn, get back to the Airbnb. Other things that were going to happen didn't happen because Obsessed didn't like that I was doing that.
Okay. And were you surprised by this or were you?
I was very surprised. That's why I'm like, what the fuck? If I wasn't going to be surprised, I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have did it.
Okay, but okay, I guess hindsight's 2020, but in the moment, you said all of these things to Obsessed. Obsessed is obviously coming with a different agenda, and you just had, in the moment, you were just, this shouldn't have happened. All right, okay. So what was supposed to go down when you got back to the Airbnb
Whatever. It was supposed to, things that happen, whatever. So then that's when Obsessed loses her mind. Okay. And proceeds to cut up all my clothes. No, to go in someone's box on stream. Cut up not all my clothes, most of my clothes. Most of some shoes, destroy all my shit, all my luggage, shit I came with. On stream. In someone's box.
Oh no.
Thousands of dollars worth of shit.
Stuff Cursing.
Sorry, thousands of dollars worth of stuff.
Okay. So you're
And
in
then she proceeds to go into this one streamer named Jilly's box. And tell the streaming world what happened. Oh, but then it didn't stop there. She decided to go to multiple top badge streams, as in Mocha, Aldo.
we're not gonna name.
Okay, yeah, multiple top badge streams, like just all the top badges, basically all the top badges. Okay, and proceeded to tell the story about what's happening, how she outplayed her, and this and that, and I'm a liar, and I'm this, and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so she does that. So now, Love and Basketball and Fatal Attraction find out that all these other people were involved because they all just start coming out of nowhere, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so now everybody knows about everything.
So what happens after all of this?
What happens after all this? So after all this, bam, I end up coming back from Texas. I don't really start talking to either one of them.
Who's either one of them? So you cut everybody off.
Well, Obsessed is just, I don't talk to it all anymore. Like, that's never gonna happen. Like, they could die.
Okay, so everybody's cut off at this point?
Yeah, everybody's cut off. Well, Fatal Attraction still was like, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. And then Obsessed tries to become friends with Fatal Attraction, even though she was laughing at her having miscarriages and said how much she hated her and stuff like that. They try to become friends.
Okay. Okay. And where are things now? So where did all of this end up?
Oh, and then, so now any person that I try to talk to, Obsessed has to go and let them know everything about me before they try to talk to me. No matter who it is. She's going to walk up to them and be like, do you want to know? And he does this, like I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
So today, no, obviously you don't talk to Obsessed. Fatal Attraction, no, you don't talk to Fatal Attraction?
Yeah, I'll talk to Fatal Attraction.
Love and Basketball?
No, we kind of like...
Didn't want to get involved with all of the things that you already have.
They didn't care either, but it's just like, she was like, she can't trust me, like, after that stuff like that. I mean, I have to do too much to earn her trust. And I was like, yep, you're right. And I just cannot do that because I'm not going to do all this extra stuff.
So what did you, I'm assuming after all of this and everything has kind of blown, where are you now?
Right now, I am, so I was having this conversation with best friend earlier. I just assume that I talk to a million girls at once. So there's no question, okay?
That's how you go.
If I'm single, assume I talk to a million girls at once.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's how you go into. So have you been able to meet anybody else off the, or get interested in anybody else off the app, or have you, after this situation, you're like, keep it off the app? Have you learned a lesson?
No, I don't learn lessons. I still meet all of y'all. All of y'all. Yes, you especially.
Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Y'all, let's get through this recap. I didn't even want to look at it. Is there anything else to this story? Is this done?
Let's see.
Do anything else?
It's a lot. The ending is really Fatal Attraction. I still like have a lot of love for Fatal Attraction, like a lot of love.
Okay.
But I have other issues besides that. Reasons why I can't be with that. Just a lot of, even though I did something that wasn't trust issues worthy, I still have trust issues with that person.
Hurting people hurt people. You just pay that pain forward. Is that this is what we're doing? All right, let's get through this recap. I'm not going to ask y'all to put drinking sack emojis in this recap. We just going to get this recap done with y'all. All right, so December 2020, January 2021, in this entanglement, we have fourth, Obsessed, Fatal Attraction, Love and Basketball. In December, January time, fourth met Obsessed on the app, and Obsessed suggested that fourth stream. Said he could be a good streamer. So he started streaming. Around February, March time, he encountered fatal attraction in his stream. They became cool, started to have a vibe. They tried to meet. They don't live very far from each other. He tried to meet for her birthday around March time. It didn't happen. So they finally met up in April. She came over, spent an entire week with him, and had a great, they said it was a great time. They had a great vibe. When they left each other, they decided that they were together. Well, from that point forward, he said streamer problems started to happen. What he means by that is all of a sudden there was issues with his stream, how he streamed, people he associated with. It became a constant argument between him and Fatal Attraction. And these were things that he did not want to or did not sign up for. And they were constantly going back and forth and doing this. He described it as rocky. There was no formal, we are no longer together situation type thing. It was a, don't talk to me right now, or we can't. There was no formality behind any of that. During this time frame, he said Fatal Attraction did get pregnant. She did not end up having, or she ended up having a miscarriage. Well, around May, Fourth admits that he became very diamond crazy. And he was doing things for diamonds on her, using people for diamonds, doing things for diamonds, doing things, whatever he could to get diamonds. I will eat applesauce. I will do all of these things for the diamonds. Well, around June, he says Obsessed put her hand up and said, "Why haven't we met up yet?" And he says he kind of curved it for a little while and finally decided to meet. Obsessed flies out to go see him, stays for a week. He said it was good. They had a good time together. When Obsessed left, he said that Obsessed wanted him to come visit, and he said no. He said during this time, the Fatal Attraction had lost the baby, and he was going to be there to support her through this miscarriage. Obsessed didn't really like that. I guess they didn't like each other. But he openly said that he kept his relationship with Obsessed for diamonds. He said he kept it connected because of the diamonds. He said they don't like each other, and from that point forward, it continued to be streamer problems in his stream. They would be in his stream, and again, this constant back and forth. Well, in July, August time, in comes Love and Basketball, another person he met in the stream. Starts to get to know her. Love and Basketball is not very far from him. He said about 20 minutes away in the same area. They meet right before he's going to a party in August out of state. Before he goes to this party, LB says, listen, we can talk about being in a relationship after the party. You would be single, go do what you got to do, or do whatever it is you're going to do, and we can talk about it later. He says, I'm not going to do anything. Well, as he's heading to the trip, he says, Obsessed said, I'm going to the trip as well. He said, I don't think you should go. Might not be a good idea because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Obsessed decides to go anyway. Obsessed decides to come anyway. And this is where things, we're going to tighten this up, go left. He says they're there. They meet people at a party. They decide to bring some girls back to the Airbnb. On the ride back to the Airbnb, things happen along the way. Certain things that were supposed to go down at the Airbnb didn't happen. Obsessed was really upset, and Obsessed then took this to the stream the next day. He says his stuff was cut up, his shirts, his shoes, his clothes were cut up on stream, and the story spread like wildfire through the app. LB, Love and Basketball, and Fatal Attraction now find out and know everything. And at the end of the day, everybody sort of leaves you in per se. And Fatal Attraction and Obsessed become friends, you said? Or
Obsessed tries to become friends with Fatal Attraction. And she goes on to keep saying stuff about me, making it harder for me to even deal with Fatal Attraction or Love and Basketball.
Got you. And as of today, who's still in your life?
As of today, Fatal Attraction has never left me.
Okay. Now, normally, I open the box up for questions. I'm gonna let y'all, if y'all want to ask a question in the comments, you can pick a question to answer. I'm not opening this box right now.
I would just do it. I would just do it.
I'm not opening the box.
Well, if anyone else have any questions, I'm feel free to ask. I'm pretty sure you got a lot.
But if you would like to listen,
just don't put one specific person and it will be good. I promise you. No.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Woo! Say it.
I have volunteered to be the liaison for any questions because I am just like so professional.
Uh-huh.
Does anybody have any questions? I will ask on your behalf. Just they're asking if you had intercourse with Miss Obsessed.
Why? Why do they want to know that?
Well,
I'm just a liaison.
the story.
Why do they want to know that? Can you ask them why they want to know that?
I will ask them if it's. I'll ask them when they get back to me. So
Okay.
you're not gonna answer. You're just gonna. You want to move?
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. So he said no, y'all. Someone asked if you bought your clothes at Walmart.
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. There we go. They're saying that. All right. All right. I'm not gonna ask that. Prince. Nope. Are you single and running the streets if she's sticking with you?
Yes. Wait. I think yes. I don't know. Yes, I am single at the moment, and I run the streets very much so.
Okay.
It's
All right.
difficult. It's difficult because Obsessed still likes to talk about me in the streets.
Are you still doing things for diamonds?
No, I don't do that anymore.
Would you do this all again?
No, I definitely will not ever do nothing like this again in my life. Never.
Somebody said, "How did phone get in lakes? A phone got in a lake."
Obsessed threw my phone in the lake.
Oh, that's tough. Did you get a new phone?
I definitely did.
All right. We love a king that can bounce back quick. Do you know how to love, Lord?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's fair. We can talk about that on Deep Dialogue. Where is your chapstick?
I never got it. God damn.
Okay. All right. Somebody said, what kind of girls be letting you hit?
All of them.
Okay, that's fair. We love a versatile king. Who did you like the most?
Fatal Attraction.
Somebody, do you cap all the time?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. Do you get tested?
Yes.
We love an up-to-date king.
We have 6 minutes of feature, 6 minutes left. So you can keep these. When the 6 minutes is up, you can say what you want to say. But what?
Can I ask a question? Can you ask the questions? Can I ask you to come back with an answer with everybody from collective people?
Well, I mean, you can ask them.
So many people care about what people like do or don't do.
Well,
but you're on the show.
This is no. I'm talking not right now. Not right now in here. I'm talking about meet me
because it is a pandemic and we're bored. So this is what our entertainment is.
Gotcha. Okay.
Somebody said, "Is it true that you got choked out by Obsessed in the backyard?"
Mute me.
I didn't ask that.
Where's he going? Oh my God.
I think he has to poop. Give him some time. Y'all just give.
My bad.
Okay.
So y'all bored? So y'all just want to talk about me and
wait? But they said, did you get choked out? Do you not want to? You don't want to answer that?
I didn't get choked out. I had a phone and she was trying to snatch it out. I don't know why everyone think that she choked me out. I would have really. That's crazy.
Okay. Did you key Obsessed car?
I don't think you're a lawyer. Would I be incriminating myself if I said yes?
Very possible.
Okay, so I'm not going to answer that.
But I'm not. That was not legal advice. I was just saying it as a friend.
Okay. Maybe
did
I did.
Fatal pay you to paint her as the good girl?
You say, can I what?
Did Fatal pay you to paint her as the good girl?
I didn't get nothing out of Fatal.
Right. I have a lot of teeth comments. Apparently, they think it's larger than it should be for your
But that's not a good question. Um, do you spit or what? Oh wait, nope. Let me move. Does your mom approve
Of what?
your lifestyle?
My mom loves me.
Okay, so mom says yes. Um, ooh, uh, somebody calls you fascinating. Take that as you want.
Thank you.
Somebody admitting to smashing a whole bunch of folks.
Well, I appreciate all y'all being here tonight for the entanglement story. Don't forget, favor me,
All right,
please.
so I have a question. Did you
Yeah.
have feelings? Did you ever have feelings for obsessed? Because I feel like, and I'm going to tell you what my POV.
Okay, so this is what is obsessed. I respected obsessed because of the person that she was, and I just have respect for like stuff that person been through. You know, it was cool. I tried to be their friend. It was my, that was my first encounter with anybody like that. So I tried to be respectful, tried to be nice, and then like, you feel me? I was just being too nice.
But you openly admitted in the story that you used.
I know, but I also told them to stop too.
Okay, but I have a question. If you were to have keyed the car, not saying that you did, but if you were to have keyed the car, why did you key the car if you did
They
it?
destroyed thousands of dollars of my stuff.
Mm,
I could
mm,
not do nothing else but do that at that moment.
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Besides knock somebody out. And then it will be a hate crime. So that's what we're not going to do.
Okay. And do you feel in your heart, because I feel that this
Thank
is
you, bro.
a jab at obsessed for what she did on the app with regards to spreading your story on the app or spreading her narrative. This feels so. I feel like you did at one point have feelings towards this lady whose name shall not be mentioned, but I feel like the story is being twisted into a I'm only using her for diamonds because you want to twist the knife a little bit. That's what I'm feeling. Do you
I just
the way
explained it. I told her to stop. You can it's people in here. I asked how do I make them like stop coming to my stream, get like how do you deal with, because people have problems with their number one gifters and stuff like that. So I asked my bros what's the best way to go about this. They both said they don't know. I'm like, I don't know either. You feel me? I don't know either. So I asked to
is there
stop multiple times.
is it possible? Hold on. 68.4, we love to see it, Jilly. Is there any way that you could possibly reconcile
It's going to be my
with
next
Miss
question.
Obsessed?
You said what?
Is there any way you could reconcile, like, I mean, apologize, like, come to any type of disclosure, and either.
I don't have nothing to apologize for in my eyes.
Not that in my eyes, so nothing.
Apologize for what? Getting revenge for shit done to me?
Well, I mean, you did admit
Or
to.
we're getting revenge for stuff done to me, my bad.
You did.
No, we not no more. We good. Talk your shit, King. So I have a question because it was alleged by someone in the comments. I won't say their name, but it rhymes with Femin Faye.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that you got to the party with her miles, with her frequent flyer miles, even though you didn't want her to come.
Oh, because she paid for me to come out there and I didn't come see her? Yeah, that happened.
Was it on Spirit Airlines?
No, it was on Frontier, I think.
We love a good value flight.
So you used her miles to get to a.
Well, technically, they're my miles. I don't know. I don't know. She used my email. I don't know how it works. She just told me to do that, so that's what I did. I was like, I didn't even know I could use those.
Okay, because it sounds like you told her not to come to a party, but she got you there.
I don't know. I still had to come out of pocket. It wasn't that many points. Still had to come out of pocket.
Okay, so it wasn't a fully financed flight.
Yeah, I still had to come out of pocket. Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
And so is there any way could you ever see yourself, even let's say even if y'all both didn't apologize, if y'all just both agreed to disagree, can you see yourself having an amicable relationship with Miss Femin Faye?
You said amicable?
Amicable,
Amicable.
like respectful in the same space and not any tension. Just keep it cordial.
I don't even acknowledge that person. They always start the shits. I don't even acknowledge that person. So you have to ask that person because I don't even acknowledge their existence at all.
Well, I mean, so that I mean, it sounds like you're not saying you want to close the door. It's a little cracked. You peeking through the window.
I want my people to stop just stop saying my name. Stop trying to have attachments to me, using my name for clout or stuff like that, and I'll be good. Then I could be cordial and not say petty stuff. And
Why do you think that she was spreading on the app that you had one arm on neck and one arm on frontal, and now you're being weird to her?
Show's done right now.
because that just sounds weird. It just sounds weird.
Why do you think
One
she
arm
was
on neck,
spreading?
one arm on frontal. I didn't.
Yes,
That's the first
a
time hearing
frontal
that.
off.
That's my
Now
first
she on the
time
app
hearing
later asking why you being weird. So hold on. Bam got me. Bam got me. Bam got me.
Okay. Hey y'all. Hey Epsy, my boo. Hey Jilly, my boo.
Hello,
Hey
Bam.
Lord. So here's what I have to say. You guys know I'm gonna give the hood therapy version of it. This is why sometimes women do not want to date out here in these streets, because you guys manipulate and play sometimes, and then when you get caught or whatever the case is, you're embarrassed.
Yes, it is. It is
But listen, I
embarrassing
know, but
having to
let
tell
me
people.
finish, because what's happened is I think you legitimately have feelings for Fin Faye. I think you legitimately have feelings, and what happened is people found out, you were embarrassed because that's not a truth you were ready to share, and now she's crazy. Now she's obsessed. But we saw receipts. You were kissing.
Yeah,
I
I
ain't
just
kissing
looked.
nobody that I'm not attracted to and that I don't love. You were kissing. Blah, 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 blah.
What? Where are these videos at? Like what? Where are these
I'm not
videos?
keying nobody's car if I'm not pressed. You cared. I feel like
pressed. Where are these videos at? Where are these receipts at? Videos. Where are they?
child, you haven't seen it?
If anybody
No,
wants
No,
to,
I'll
I
be
have
right
not
back.
seen
I'll be
them.
right back.
you could DM me the tea, y'all. If right now, just to maybe there's something
I
I don't
haven't seen
believe.
them. Please,
Listen,
please don't.
I don't
Please
believe
don't.
that Lord is lying. Lord said he ain't do it. God damn it, he ain't do it. He did
Thank
not
you.
touch Femin Faye.
Thank you. I didn't do it. Thank
And
you.
she
It's crazy.
ruined his clothes for no reason.
For no reason.
For no reason. She woke up because it was Friday and said, let me ruin that man's clothes unprovoked.
For no reason, y'all. No reason.
Damn it, Femin Faye.
Please don't show them on here. Please don't show it on here.
We're not showing videos and things.
Do not show them on here.
Yeah.
They're recording right now, so I don't want that. I don't want them to show that later.
I know. Listen, Lord said he never had one arm on neck and one arm on frontal. He said what he said. It
First
never
of all,
happened.
I would never do that. I got off because my daughter came in here and I had my AirPods
Okay.
in. I would never move
Okay, well, I
in that type
appreciate
of
you
way.
for that.
I'm not grimy at all like that. I would never
Wait,
do
you would
that.
never do what? You would never do what?
So, but look, is
Show the
it wrong?
screenshots that I saw.
Oh,
I
I was
mean,
gonna,
like,
I was gonna show it, but never mind. I'm
I
sorry.
haven't-
All
I
right,
haven't-
oh,
my
yeah,
bad.
I would never do that. But what I mean, here's the thing: to everybody, whoever you love things. I feel like it's a lot of people missing out on who they love because they're worried about what other people are going to say and how other people are going to feel. Like, just walk in your truth. You don't have to use nobody. You don't have to manipulate nobody.
Or do you want everyone to know about all the niggas that you've been fucking off this app? Yes or no?
I mean,
Do you
it's
want us all
one.
to know? MC, do you want us all to know? Besides D-Say, like, do you want us to know everything that you're doing off the app? Like, do they need to know that?
But if you're doing it with so many people, Lord, my point is, if you're doing it with so many people, something is bound to get out.
Not like that. Going into Todd Badge streams just to slander somebody's name, that is weird and it's immature. Like,
Listen,
Maybe
I agree. I think
know
that
so much
it's
stuff about a lot of people. I don't just go like, oh yeah, I just found
absolutely,
out about Gucci. Like
absolutely.
that's weird.
Wait, I
I
have a
think
question. Do you
wrong moves
think
have
that
been made on both ends. You know,
you
I
think
think both
that
of y'all been in the wrong.
can I
It
have a
don't matter
question?
if it's true or
I'm
not.
sorry, Big
Like it
Fine.
don't matter if it's true or not. Then that's not your. That's
I
just
have a
weird.
question, Mr. Fourth. Um, and I'm sorry for interrupting. Big Fine Bam, you look beautiful today. You're glowing.
I
Um,
hate you.
do you think that maybe, just maybe, this woman reacted the way that she reacted because she thought that there was something real there, and she thought that she had someone that understood her?
How? When I'm
For
telling you
you
multiple
to-
times that I do not want to be in a relationship with you.
But relationship, it doesn't. You don't need to say the word relationship. To
Okay, well, that is what I was saying. I kept saying I am having a whole baby over here, and you know this.
Did you ever tell? Did you ever tell? Did you ever tell her that you loved her?
Yes, I tell everybody I love them. Literally, I tell everybody. I
He
So
tell
said,
you have
MC
to
I love
expect
her.
that
I tell
something
you
like
I
this is
love
going
you,
to
Jilly.
happen, though, right, Lord? Honestly,
You said what?
you have to expect that
I
when you're
mean, yeah,
moving.
I expected this. I expected something like this happen, but not like how she's making it seem like this is
I mean,
extra.
at the end of the day, y'all both were in the wrong. Like she blasted it, and then you backstabbed it. Like as soon as that party happened, your name was I don't know what your name was. It was something crazy.
It was
Something
Lord
about
famous. That's
I
what
know
I
y'all
changed it to.
asking for me or something. I was like, child.
he took the clout and ran with it.
I didn't have nothing else to do besides that. I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like you took somebody tossed you lemons and you turned it into
Ooh.
lemonade.
FC, can you please?
What? It's a state. All
I
right.
have a question. I just have a question. Didn't you guys stay in the same hotel room?
So
Like
you weren't listening
I'm
to the story. You
confused.
wasn't listening to the
I'm
story. She came to
confused.
my house,
No, but
but you're just gonna
you guys were
ignore
in
it.
that hotel room with all your stuff there, right?
Oh yeah, you did.
So okay.
He was obviously looking for a bargain because money is tight, hard candy. Why would he stay in a
Exactly.
bed
God
with
damn.
a
How many
No,
times?
no,
woman?
I'm just saying if there's someone if
God
I'm
damn.
texting people, right?
Duh.
Come on now.
No, it's
God,
not no
are you from the
duh.
hood or
He
not?
definitely hit the booty. He's lying. He's
Okay.
capping.
Obviously, they
Stop it.
stayed in a
Claim
room
her.
to save on
Okay.
fees.
No, they stayed in a room to get nasty, and that's what they did. Stop.
No, we
Stop.
didn't.
She better than me because I'm not gonna tell you. Just pretend you don't know me at the party and do what you want to do.
I
So
did low key say I did low key say that at the party. I said that at the party. Even though we're in a big group, like still, like I'm gonna need you to
I know,
try to
like, and I'm not asking you this to be funny. Are you using protection with all of these people? Oh, okay.
The story started with him getting somebody's daughter pregnant. Fatal attraction. So he not only is he out here raw dogging it, he out here just leaving his kids behind. That's rude. I
and
don't
look,
like
it hasn't been that. It's only been I only had sex with 2 girls off here.
Mm,
All right. You have any last words, Fourth? Anything else?
I appreciate the hate. I love the love. I love all y'all. Like I said, I tell everybody I love them. I love you, Jilly. I love you, FC. I love you, Big Fine. Bam Bay.
I don't
And
want to
Bay.
the love.
Favorite R&B.
Wait, I
And
have one more question. R&B's cool. Y'all can fave him.
Iron Bay is
Why
amazing.
now? Because this whole debacle was like a month or two ago, if I'm correct.
because I really like
It
low
was August.
key. It's low key bothering that no matter where I go, that I'm attached to that person.
So what you think's gonna happen now?
I mean, no one cares anymore. I hope they don't care.
On
I guess I'm not going in the right streams because I have not heard about this since it happened.
Well,
Like
that
since
is a tragic because it was everywhere. It was front page news.
I just haven't.
I heard about it.
You've heard about it since it happened?
Yeah, I woke up to screenshots.
Yeah, I haven't heard about it since it was. I know, like for a couple of weeks, it was a really big deal, but I just haven't really heard of it since then.
Good. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you. That
Well,
means
now
a
she
lot.
knows, so I don't think it.
Now I'm hearing about it.
But I appreciate you, Jilly, for letting me be on your show. Thank you.
Well, I believe Untangled is happening. I think y'all want to pull up to PYT stream. She's going live. If y'all want to go get Untangled forth, if you'd like to continue, or if you'd like to close the chapter on this for yourself.
I'm gonna close the chapter. I'm gonna be like, I don't know about meeting people off of Meet Me anymore. It's kind of hard to. It seems like it's been hard to trust people off of Meet Me. That's what it seems like.
You were one of them. Don't you feel like you're being one of this type of people?
I did one thing wrong. Okay, one thing wrong.
What is the one thing you did wrong? I want to hear it. What you did wrong?
Use somebody for diamonds, and I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have used and played with somebody's emotions for diamonds.
That's it.
This
She
is
just
awful.
asked me what I did wrong. And I need to be more humble. Is that it? Like what else is there? Like what?
I don't know. I'm gonna just say to everybody, walk in y'all's truth. Whatever y'all's truth is, y'all need to walk in it, because people out here getting real deal hurt. Shit like this is happening. We on Entangled. If y'all need an entanglement, I have a feature show on Saturdays. Come date you somebody,
Okay.
and it can turn into an entanglement after that. So
Favor me, y'all. I'm not like that anymore.
I mean, I appreciate that.
let's go. Well,
All right,
thanks for
Jilly,
having us, Jilly. Thank you for this. Thank you for this live.
Can we exit stage left?
Yes, you may.
Is the show over?
It's been over for the last 13 minutes. This is all on your own. Y'all, if y'all want a favorite fourth, thank you for coming
Please
on the
favor
show.
me. I would appreciate that. I don't use people for diamonds anymore. I do have real love. Okay, I promise you I do.
Bye, fourth. Good night. Good night. Okay, y'all. Well, we just. Hi, y'all. Well. Y'all, Cartwheel Cartel is game night for PYT's birthday week. PYT's birthday is in 2 hours and 30 minutes. If y'all want to head over there to get Untangled, to play some games, say happy birthday to her, y'all go do that. Thank you for point 4. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit me with the fave if you have it. Follow my Instagram, it's itsjillybaby. If you have any stories, please hit up Just the Author. Shout out to the top 3 of the stream, Big Fine Bam, Frozen, and the birthday girl, PYT. Please hit them with the fave. Y'all, always find a way. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your night. I'm gonna go have some dinner and maybe really go have actually, I'm probably gonna take a shot. I'm gonna take a shot of something. There's a thing, I got some tequila. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe. Y'all be well. You know what? We gonna have to end this way, the way we end a regular stream. I got some sage here. I should smudge this whole stream right now. I should really light and smudge all of y'all. I should really light and smudge all. You know what? We gonna hold on. This is not a featured show right now. Where's my lighter? Yo. I don't even know where my lighter is. We just gonna pretend this is lit, and we just gonna smudge all of y'all. Y'all, please remember every person, place, or encounter you come across. Please always try to leave them better than they were before you got there. And if you can't do that, just don't make it any worse, okay? Don't make it any worse. All right, y'all. Have a good rest of your night. Y'all head over to PYT stream. Birthday going down in